Hello, hello. We're going to do a BellaHoot manicure. I was going to do my nails anyways and figure I need to start doing more videos when I'm changing my nails out. So I'm going to end up stopping towards the end to do a whole separate video on how to do a little design, but I figured we're doing our nails, so what the heck, let's do it on video. So we're doing hot pink and we're doing sheer sparkle zebra. I'm going to be silly and actually do, this hand in the zebra and this hand in the pink, but then we're going to play with our accent nails. But that way I can take pictures of these for our website. So I've already chosen the sizes that I need. So I took, the other half of these strips, I cut it in half, and then I'm going to, for example, I chose this one because it fits. So since my nails are so short, I can actually cut mine in half and save the other half. So I'm going to do that. I guess I need to remove this clear. Let's remove the clear part first. That's much easier when it's all in one strip. So remove your clear protective top coat off each of your strips. If you don't do this, the manicure will not last. They won't lay down, they won't stay. And if you cut them and then try to do it, it's not so fun. But it's just to protect the design from getting scratched or anything on shipment and all that fun stuff. Okay, so there's our zebra, and I might as well do my pinks so I don't forget. I have been known to forget and you can get them off once they're on your nails. It is not easy though. It's no fun. These little guys get some static cling going on. Need to be more diligent about putting on some music. I actually ordered a separate device so I can play my music when I'm doing more of these videos, because I'm going to try and do about a weekly video. The manicures last longer than that, but we need pictures anyhow, so I try to change mine about every week. And we're going to be doing a lot more dip videos. Hopefully soon we're switching vendors, which I'm super excited about. We're going to have much better everything when it comes to dips, hopefully. So I'm going to cut mine in half, as I mentioned before, because my nails are so short. Save my other little piece. And I like to use my orange stick. You don't have to. A couple of notes. When you get your nail strips, you get a little file, an orange stick, and an alcohol swab. I've already prepped my nails, so you want to push your cuticles all the way back. You can smooth the edges and then clean with alcohol. You want to get all the debris off your nails. Now, if you notice, mine, see how ridged they are, or how many ridges they have, and how dry they are. I don't need to buff mine. But if you have super smooth nails or super oily nails, you might want to give yours a little buff. You can do it with just a file, kind of rough it up, or you can use a buffer. Just a little bit, just to give the strips something to stick to. The less you touch the back of these, the better. I just have an easier time getting it off the back with these orange sticks, personally. And then when you apply them, you want to make sure they're up against your cuticle, but not over. Anything over onto your skin, they will not stick. It'll keep pulling up and you just will have issues with it. I'm applying mine at night. I've already done my dishes for the day. I've already bathed or showered for the day. I'm going to basically just be getting ready for bed after this. So that'll save me from submerging it in any water. It gives it time to adhere to my nail. And I just crease it over the edge to get a nice smooth edge when you're removing your excess. Some people like to just push their nail here and just pull them off. Look see that piece right there? This is why I personally don't like doing that, because then you don't get a smooth edge. So I prefer to file. I file in a downward motion, and I only hit it when I'm going down. Pick it up, down, pick it up. And that way you're not lifting up on the strip when you pull up. And look how easy that is and beautiful. These sheer ones, you can put color underneath it. We will do that. Very cool, right? Okay. So I'm going to go over here. I like to work from my pinkies in. So normally most people would probably be doing the zebra on the other side with the other half, but since we're taking some pictures, I'm going to have 2 different designs on my hands. So cut it in half, save my excess. Oops. Peel it off the backing. This is again our solid hot pink. Just super pretty color. Our pinks are definitely our most popular color, any pink strip that we have. So if you want to drop a comment down below, what is your favorite color? Mine is purple. But I also really love black. When it comes to my clothing, I'm not a huge navy blue fan, but for some reason I tend to buy navy blue shirts. It may have had to do with I had a favorite pair of Skechers. Not that y'all need to know my little personal stories, but why not? We're just sitting here, right? I had a pair of navy blue Skechers that I just loved, and that may be where it all started from. So that's it. You can stretch these just a little bit if you like this right here. You can stretch it just a little bit very gently. You don't want to tear the design or the strip. I don't usually mind, so I don't really care, I guess. I don't know. Just checking to make sure which ones I want where, because I'm going to skip my ring finger for now. So I'm going to put this guy aside. He's going to go on my ring finger. And then I need the matching one over here. We want, oops, I think it's this guy. So this is going to be my pinky finger, or my ring. I don't even know. We don't know what we're doing over here. But these 2 are the same size, so I'm going to put these aside for now. That's going to be my ring finger. So we're going to move on. Normally I would do my ring finger next. Like I said, I work inward, but we're going to skip that one because I want to do that on a separate video. We're going to try something. So I was saying navy blue. Okay, what else? I like red. I wear red a lot. But purple and black are definitely my go-to. I went way out of order. Sorry, guys. I think that one was meant for my pointer finger. I usually leave my pointer and my thumb for last, but I'm confused because I usually do my ring finger next. So I just fold it over. Make sure, again, it's not over your skin. Fold it over. I file in a downward motion, lifting the file every time I pick it up, down, down. And that way I'm not pulling the strip back up. Then it's easier to separate. And if you end up with any of these little catches, I continue to file. These are the ones I file side on the side of my nail. I can't seem to get it to cut if I file downward. I don't know why. So then I'll file to the side. But basically, again, the reason you don't go side to side is the same thing. You're just going to be pulling on that strip too much. But see, when I don't like tearing them like other people do, because I get that little excess. And then if I have that excess, it's going to get stuck on my clothes, my hair. So if your strips are ever sticking on your hair, take a look right at the edge of your nail, and you can give them an extra little file on the underside and get that excess off that's getting stuck. But super duper easy to do. Let's try and do my middle finger this time, since that's what I meant to do on the other one. Just save my excess. So what I love about our sheer strips, which are these transparent ones that you can see through them, is they look super beautiful just on your natural nail. They're so, so, so pretty. At least for me, I really like black, so I prefer the black ones. If I'm not going to wear anything underneath them, we do have white as well. If you like white, it'd be great for like a wedding or just springtime, or just if you prefer white. I to get it dirty. I'm not a very feminine gal. So I get white way too dirty. I guess now I'm feminine because all I do is nails for fun, right? Only because these are so easy and they don't chip like regular nail polish. They are awesome and I love them. So there's my hot pink going for me. All right, what do we do next? Let's do this middle finger. And you can do all of your hand first and then go back. I try to leave these fingers because they're the ones you use the most for last. Like I said, you're not looking at dry time or smudging, but they can, because they're freshly applied and that adhesive still needs time to dry. You know, they can lift, or we just try to avoid that as much as we can for that first couple of hours after you apply. So that's why I said I definitely suggest applying at night. Start at your pinkies and work your way around. Try not to get any over your cuticle or onto your skin. Then we have our zebra. These are so, so, so pretty. Just enough sparkle to really grab the light. Move our pointer finger over here. Now I noticed that it's definitely a little bit smaller than you can, instead, if you wanted to trim one down. That way you're not stretching it. I don't really, it doesn't bother me that much when it's on the side of my nails. No one looks at my nails that closely. But since you're in the video and you are looking at that closely, I will attempt to stretch it a little bit. I'm terrible at stretching them. They do stretch. I tend to tear them when I do it. But what you can do in that case is start at one side instead of I always back up to the back. You can start at one side, and that way you're all the way up against the one side. Okay, which I still probably missed, but that's okay. And then how I have some space over here. So now I can gently pull on that. And I mean ever so gently. Just make sure. And you can, like I said, I wasn't all the way over on this side. Instead of pulling this side a whole ton, I'd rather go ahead and lift this a little bit and also stretch this side a little bit. Because again, if you stretch too much, you're going to end up with, if you have a design, you can distort the design. Like if, say, these were stripes and you're stretching them, you're going to have a stripe at the edge that's crooked, right? With the solids, you don't have that issue, but what you can end up doing is ending up with like a little white line right here where you've stretched the solid color too thin and the color is no longer as dark as the rest of the strip. So they do stretch, but you also can just trim down a larger one, or if you don't really care like me, I think I've done pretty good on these ones, but I always usually have some space somewhere, like right there. So, and I mean, no one's going to notice at all. So it's kind of up to you how you want to handle if they're just that tad bit too small. Do you want to stretch them? If so, just be very, very gentle. You can start on one side so you know how much to stretch it, or just pick a bigger one and trim it down a little bit. Okay. Last one. As you can see, we've been doing this for about 15 minutes, not even yet. Probably when I'm done, it'll be 15 minutes. So this is super fast, even though I'm yammering on and stopping to point stuff out. You can probably get these done after you've had some practice within like 10 or 15 minutes. I do them in the car all the time when my husband's driving, not when I'm driving. But because it comes with everything you need, if we're going somewhere and I just didn't have time, or I want them to be nice and fresh, clean manicure, for the evening, then I do them on the way. Why not? You're just sitting there listening to music or whatever, right? Might as well have something to do. I guess in all fairness, I do it when it's lighter out too. Like I've done on the way to Ren Fair. We left at like 11 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever. We get there about then, I guess. And then We've been going to a lot of music shows lately, and if they start early enough, I just do them on the way. Because with 2 kids and owning a business, there's not always time, right? That's what I love about this. And you're not going to get anything like this at the salon. I mean, these are like the perfect zebra strips, the perfect amount of sparkle. And you're not going to be able to go to the salon in 15 minutes either. It takes, what, an hour? And your drive time, your monies. They take all your monies. All right, last one. I think I spent more time trying to figure out where I put my strips since I'm looking through the camera. You don't have to trim them, by the way, if you can. I've seen people that use the whole strip even if they have short nails, but I get to do this whole thing over. With one set of strips, if you have long nails, because you get 2 of each strip. Whenever you order a set, you get 2 pinks or 2 zebras, for example. And I can get 2 manicures and 2 pedicures since my fingernails are short. If you have long nails, you can get, 1 manicure, 1 pedicure. This still has, you're going to get to see me fight with this. This still has the sheer top strip. See that? You could tell when you pulled it off, it was just too thick and like it had a little air bubble in it. So I didn't pull that one off. Oops. Sorry, I'm out of focus really bad. There we go. Now, I did not bring my top coat tonight because I usually don't use a top coat. I do it for the benefit of the video and letting you guys know that you can do a top coat. Like with the solid colors, for example, my nails have those ridges, so you can actually see the ridges in them. If you use a top coat, it'll smooth it out. It'll look, you'll just see shiny and smooth. But I really don't, you can't see my ridges in any other design, so I usually don't use a top coat, so I did not bring it with me this evening because we're going to play something else tonight. We're going to try a little diagonal design. Okay, sorry, that one was giving me trouble because my nail, see how short my nail is? It's like under the skin. So it's hard to file downward when you're hitting skin right there. So that one was giving me a little bit of trouble. But not too shabby. Okay, so I am going to stop the video here. Normally, obviously, I have one more nail to do, and you've seen how I've done 9 of them, 8 of them, can't even count. So I think you get the point. See how there's like a little air bubble right there? If you see anything like that, just smooth it out that first night that you apply it. And that way, like, no water gets in there. But yeah, you have a few hours to let it set when you go to bed. That'll be perfect. And these can last you up to 2 weeks, just depending on how rough you are on your nails. You can add a top coat. You can add a top coat every couple of days. Just make sure it's a thin coat, and you can like fill in these little gaps if there's any. And then always seal your edges. Take your brush, if this was your brush, and go across the edges and make sure you get, seal that edge right there. And that can last you a little bit longer. And that's it. So thanks for watching. I'm going to stop the video and start again.